Refer to the most current installation instructions on installpella.com for the tools, materials, and specific steps needed to install your Pella product. Always use appropriate personal protective equipment. Score the paint or varnish between the window frame and the drywall return or interior trim. If the existing window can be removed by cutting around the perimeter through the existing nail flange, use this method to remove the window. Otherwise, start by removing the screen. If the sashes or panels are not removable, remove the glazing bead with a putty knife or small pry bar. Soften the glazing adhesive with a heat gun. At the same time, press a deglazing wheel between the glass and sash or frame to separate the glass from the glazing adhesive. Carefully remove the glass, sashes, and any division bars. Refer to the installation instructions for more information on window removal. Cut through the frame in several places. Use a pry bar and a block of wood to pry the window frame away from the wall. Clean the existing frame and surrounding wall to ensure it is dry and free of any dirt, oil, or debris. Check the opening for plumb and level. Confirm that the window will fit in the opening with 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch space left around all 4 sides. Confirm that the window frame is deep enough to extend onto the brick or siding and permit exterior sealant application. Also, check whether the new window frame will overlap onto the wall framing far enough to permit the frame screws to be driven into the framing. If it does not, the interior finish material should be trimmed back, removed, or a Pella drywall return installation clip can be used. Cut and bend a piece of flashing. Apply sealant across the framing and edge of sheathing at the top and along the ends. Fasten the flashing to the top, wetting out the sealant. Continue the sealant down each jamb. For brick, place a bead of sealant along the side of the brick close to the back edge. For siding, fill the gap where the back of the trim and sheathing meet. Cut 2 pieces of flashing tape 12 inches longer than the width of the opening. Apply the first piece of flashing tape over the bottom of the flashing and 6 inches down each side. Cover the exposed edge of the drywall return, if applicable. Apply the second piece of flashing tape across the bottom of the opening and 6 inches up each side. If the building wrap is accessible across the bottom, hold the flashing tape over it. This may require loosening the siding. Cut 2 pieces of flashing tape equal to the height of each side. Apply 1 piece on each side of the opening. Place and level shims on the sill 1/2 inch from each side, as well as under any mullions. Refer to the installation instruction for additional shimming requirements. Secure the shims with roofing nails or flashing tape. Drill pilot holes in the new window frame if they are not factory pre-drilled. Refer to the installation instructions. If using Pella drywall return installation clips, secure them to the opening to align with each pre-drilled hole in the window. Apply a continuous 3/8 inch tall bead of sealant on the surface of the flashing tape that covers the drywall return, if applicable. Center the window and the opening on the sill shims. Check to make sure that the window rests against the drywall return and makes contact with the sealant, if applicable. Place shims and adjust them according to the installation instructions to make the window plumb and square and to keep the sash to frame gap, or reveal, consistent. Drive screws at each pre-drilled hole. Refer to the installation instructions. Check for smooth operation. Refer to the installation instructions and make any necessary adjustments. Use a low-pressure polyurethane window and door insulating foam sealant to create an interior seal. Read the directions on the can before use. Insert the nozzle or straw 2 inches into the space around the window, or 1 inch if the drywall return is not present and foam is applied from the interior. Place a 1 inch deep bead of foam to allow for expansion. Apply sealant where the new window frame and the drywall return meet, if applicable. Shape, tool, and clean any excess sealant. Insert backer rod in the space between the window and the siding or brick and top flashing. Apply a continuous bead of Pella window and door installation sealant over the backer rod. Seal between the window and flashing. Do not seal over the flashing. Shape, tool, and clean any excess sealant.